What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa. Just hit the microphone. Eric Bourassa here, and today I want to return to my roots. One of the things that made me fall in love with guitar, one was punk rock, but the other was Joe Satriani, and I've been working on some really hard material lately, and it's been kind of stressing me out. And so today I wanted to just get back to doing the thing that I'm best at, and that's legato style Satriani guitar. I've been having a lot of fun with that. We've got 5. So now that I'm done yelling at my children, who are home today, and I don't know why, I've got 5 simple legato guitar ideas in the style of Joe Satriani that at the end we're gonna put together to create a solo, all right? But they work individually on their own. They're all in the same key. They're gonna be technically in G major, or really in this case, C Lydian. So you can be thinking of like in the style of Flying in a Blue Dream. So these 5 ideas are pretty simple. They're not necessarily easy, but they are simple. All right, so the first idea goes like this. The cool thing about this idea is we're only using the pick 3 times. So it's all fretting hand at work. So we're starting on the root note if you're thinking G major, okay? Even though we're really in C Lydian, I'm gonna kind of think of the G major scale here. So you're starting on the note G, and you're going to hammer on from G to A to B, 3, 5, 7, and then we're gonna do it twice. And then we're gonna go up and back, and then slide down to 2, and then hammer on in this new position. Like that. And then we come back to the 3, all right? So we've got... Let's talk about how we pull off real quick. When you pull off, make sure you're not just lifting your finger. You want to kind of pluck with that fretting hand finger. So you don't want to do this. You're going to get some string noise from that, and you're not going to get enough power from the attack. You want to literally pluck, pluck down, okay? And then what we're going to do is I just kind of copied and pasted that idea to start on C. So we can start the shape on G, but we can start the exact same shape in this key on C. So I'm doing the same thing, but at the 8th fret. So we're gonna go 8, 10, 12, 10, 8, slide to 7, hammer to 8, hammer to 10, pull off to 8, pull off to 7, slide to 8, hammer to 10, and 12, right? So same idea in 2 places. Pretty cool, okay? You can do that anywhere on the fretboard so long as you know which shape to use in the context of the key. All right, so our next idea is a really common Satriani-ism where he's going to start up high, usually on the high E string, and he's gonna do that kind of idea, just walking down the scale. So we're gonna start again on the note G, but up an octave at the 15th fret of the 1st string. We're gonna do a little trill, a quick hammer-on pull-off from G to A, and back to G. So 15, 17, 15, and then slide down to 14. That's the idea. Now we're just going to repeat it down the scale. So basically for every 4 notes, you're gonna pick 1 time. Okay, our third idea, this kind of comes from the first solo of Surfing with the Alien, but it's in a different key here. We're gonna start by bending our B up to a C on the 1st string, 7th fret. So that's sort of the idea there, all right? Right, we've got our bend, our half-step bend, and then we're gonna do my favorite sequence of all time. We're gonna go 8, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5. So it's high, low, mid, low. And regular viewers of this channel will know how much I love that pattern. All right, so. And then on the second string, we're just going to descend box 1 of the G major scale, 8, 7, 5. That pull off, right? Box 1 is right there. Then on the third string, we're going to do 7, pull off to 5, and we're kind of out of position now, and so we're going to slide down to 4. Once you're here, we're going to do some legato stuff on the third string. Just kind of go up and back, and then we'll go to down to the fourth string. So on strings 2 and 1, we have 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. And then on strings 3 and 4, we have 7, 5, 4, 7, 5, 4. So if that gives you an idea of how to visualize that shape. And then we're going to do this other common Satriani thing. We're going to palm mute the 7th fret on string 4 with our pinky. And then we're going to do a little trill on 4 and 5 on the third string. We'll do that a few times. And then we get to our fourth idea, all right? So we've got our first 3. Here's our first 3. Here's idea number 2. Idea number 3. Idea number 4 goes like this. All we're doing is walking up and back the G major scale, starting at the 4th fret on string 4. And you may want, if you're not used to this, you may want to spend some time just practicing in that position for a while. Okay, and then we're going to move up to the next box, and here we're going to have 5, 7, 9. And I highly recommend using finger 2 for that middle note. You can try finger 3, but I think it's easier if you do 2. Once we pull off back to 5 on the 3rd string, we're going to then start a new ascent from that note. And then on the 2nd string goes 7, 8, 10. So that's the first shape, 2nd shape, 3rd shape. Within idea number 4. All right, so that's a really common thing that Satriani likes to do as well, is just walk up and down a 6-note box, move it somewhere else, walk up and down, and kind of continue that cascade and descent, usually moving up across the fretboard. Okay, so then finally, we're going to do another common Satriani thing, and I think this is maybe the easiest one. It's very similar to idea number 2, but instead of descending the strings, we're going to do a trill and then ascend. So the way we do this is starting at 7 and 8, just working up the G major scale. We go 7, 8, 7, pull off to open. And that open note helps us transition, and since open B is in the key of G, it makes it really easy. So you can start with the open, so you can go open, 7, 8, 7, open. Yeah, so I'm plucking on the open string. So we're going 7, 8, 8, 10, 10, 12, 12, 13, 13, 15, and then from 15, we're gonna bend up to the E. What's cool about that is that's the 3rd of C, and with our chords that are happening in the background, that's a C chord that's happening there. So that makes that really easy to land on. Hey, real quick, let's talk about the tone of this. You definitely want to have enough gain to help you with your legato. If your legato fingers just are not very strong, no amount of gain in the world is really going to help you. But it definitely helps if you have great legato technique to have just a little bit more gain. And then also add some delay. You can hear I've I've got like a quarter note delay happening. And that also helps to kind of fill the space. All right, you guys, so that's it. Let me know what you think. Were these ideas simple? Again, the goal is to take 5 common things Satriani does and break them down in a simple way that it's like, okay, I can understand each of those individual concepts. And it may be tough to kind of practice and put them all together, but hopefully each idea on its own is simple enough. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment below. And then also be sure to go to the link in the description, ericbourassa.com, and hit me up if you are interested in getting a free lesson from me and maybe training with me, and I can become your guitar sensei. Like and subscribe, and hey, I will see you guys in the next times. Can I help you? Bye. Bye.